why don't we plant fruit trees anymore?
We've got a big problem on the job site.
The hole we're putting it in used to be a gigantic oak tree. So after they've grinded all the stumps, we're left with pretty much just raw wood chips, which needs to break down.
And the number one thing that wood chips need to break down is nitrogen. And what's one thing that plants also need to grow is nitrogen. So we got to figure out a way to make sure this hole has enough nitrogen so that this tree can grow as well as the wood chips will turn into soil.
First things first, we're going to excavate a bunch of the stump grindings out of this hole.
Step 2, we got a bunch of native soil from the forest floor nearby.
I'm going to recommend the client to put a bunch of urine, make sure to pee around this plant because that's a huge source of nitrogen. Another thing you can use is blood meal, as well as letting all the leaves fall and compost down to break down all this organic matter. It might look like I'm hurting the tree, but this is actually promoting new root growth. If we leave the roots just like they came in the pot right there, when you put it in the hole, they just want to grow in a circle because it's used to growing in a circle. But trees, the roots want to go out and they want to spread over this way and they want to spread over that way. By the time that these figs roots grow outside of this wall of soil that we've made, all of this mulch around it is going to be turned into black gold. It's going to be turned into soil. So all this is going to be soil, but we can't plant the tree in just wood chips right now. It's going to be robbing nutrients and nitrogen to break that down instead of going to the figs. And we both know that we'd rather have the figs. So the soil underneath was too wet, so I raised it up, but then I didn't want the water to run off this tiny little hill. So I built out a berm to capture water so that it can drain well on the bottom, but store it well at the top.
And since this is the first person who wanted me to plant a fruit tree at their property this month, I dug up some Russian comfrey for my personal garden and I'm going to plant it here for him.
This right here is going to accumulate minerals, have a taproot that goes 12 foot down, bring them up to the topsoil, chop and drop these leaves, put it all along the fig tree. Natural living mulch. You don't have to go out and keep buying this stuff from Lowe's and Home Depot every year. You just got to grow it and fill out this whole space with comfrey.